everybody, I'm Cassandra from Craft to Believe After, and welcome to another episode of just crochet and amigurumi and crafty goodness. I have got quite a few things to show you. It might be a slightly sort of chatty video, so please bear with me. I'm super excited for today's video, and I'll kick it off with what has become my absolute top favorite free amigurumi pattern of the season. You guys, I could not believe on Friday when I saw on the Hobbii website 5 brand new free patterns from the designer Yan Schenkel. Now, she is the designer behind my favorite number one amigurumi books, The Animal Friends of Pika-Pow. It's no secret, I have mentioned it dozens of times on this channel, that The Animal Friends of Pika-Pow are my all-time favorite pattern books. I absolutely love those designs, and I could not actually believe when I saw on Instagram and on the Hobbii website that these patterns are free. So Hobbii has got some sort of a hashtag, I don't know what it is even called. It's like a Christmas hashtag collab, a few designers that's designing patterns for them. I don't know if it's Hobbii Candyland. All I know is when I saw these 5 patterns, I may have actually shrieked. I went straight to the website. I downloaded all 5 just in case Hobbii made a mistake and it's supposed to be paid patterns, but it's not. It's free patterns on the website. Those of you who follow me on Instagram, you would have seen me sharing this post about the patterns. I shared it onto my stories. You guys, I couldn't wait to get going. So Friday, I saw these patterns being released. Saturday, I spent the entire day making, which has now become my favorite festive pattern. I'm throwing it into the hashtag Crowvember wagon. It is fantastic, and you guys will not believe me when I say it is not a bear pattern. I know half of you literally just fell off your chairs just hearing me say that my favorite pattern of the season is not a bear pattern. You guys, I'm going to show you what is currently my favorite, not even just free, like my favorite pattern, which happens to be free, my favorite festive pattern of the season. And it is this. I think it's called Lenny the Cat, or it is fantastic. I loved working it up. I will start at the top. I mean, look at that little face. Now the face, actually she does use safety eyes, but I am on a crochet embroidered face kick. I just, for some reason, they have so much more personality for me when you embroider eyes, or especially if you embroider eyes. My embroidery repertoire is a bit limited to this specific style of embroidered eyes, so I will have to work on a few more embroidered eye versions. But just look at that face. Now this hat is removable. I'm not going to take it off because it is a little tight, so I don't want to now struggle on camera getting it on and off. But you do have this removable little hat. You've got this super long scarf. Now I love scarves on toys. I don't know why I've never made a super long scarf like this. It is brilliant. It looks so cute. You've got these little removable boots, which looks like Wellingtons, you know, those proper wellies that you wear in the wet weather. So he's got his little wellies on. I mean, this pattern is fantastic. Personally, I feel very proud about my color changes. I'm working on my color change technique a bit. Look at this tail. I mean, everything about this pattern is fantastic. I loved it. As I said, I started on Saturday morning. I finished, okay, it's on and off, so I don't think I sat straight through from the morning till 12 at night, because I did finish this guy just after 12 o'clock, like midnight, because I had to finish him. I loved working on it. I bought, look at this cute little pin that I gave him on his scarf. This is like a bag of random pins I bought from Temu a while back, just to embellish my toys a little bit. But this cat, oh, you guys. Now, the 5 patterns that she brought out was this cat. There's also a cute puppy. There's the most adorable frog. There's a little octopus, and there is a cockatoo. Brilliant. I cannot believe she's giving these patterns as free patterns on the Hobbii website. I will link all of the patterns separately in the description box below so that you can find it easily. Go and download them. I mean, oh my word, this is my pattern, my Christmas #Crowember pattern of the season. I absolutely love it. This pom-pom, I think her pattern, she has like a crochet ball that goes on top. I do like the look of pom-poms, although I hate making pom-poms. This is a pom-pom that comes actually from a pair of Jessica's slippers. When she was smaller, we threw the slippers out, but I cut the pom-poms off and washed them because they were in pretty good shape, and they just fit absolutely brilliantly on this hat. I love every single thing about this pattern. Now, you guys, I did find 2 small errors in the pattern. I think on the body, I don't know if it's on row 24, I can't remember exactly, where they say to decrease 12 times, but you actually only decrease 6. So the stitch count at the end of the row that they indicate is correct, but they wrote, she wrote decrease 12 instead of decrease 6, because just the row before you do decrease 12 times, or you repeat a sequence 12 times. And then the following row, you repeat the same sequence, but 6 times. So that was an error. So it's not repeating the sequence 12 times, but 6 times. And then I think on, was it the ear or the arm? Somewhere, again, where you did, I think, decreases or increases. It was supposed to be 1 single crochet increase, and the following row should be 2 single crochet increase. But they had 1 single crochet increase again. As I say, if you do 2 single crochet increase, you will see it in the pattern. And I'm sure someone will let Hobbii know, and they usually fairly quickly fix mistakes on patterns, but it wasn't anything to deter me from this pattern. I loved it. It remains, even with those 2 very, very small errors in the pattern. This, you guys, I cannot believe is a free pattern from one of my all-time favorite designers. So I will definitely be making that little frog, and I definitely want to make the puppy as well. But this cat, and I will pop in a few photos for you guys, because my husband and I went today, just a bit earlier, we went to the park. I wanted to take some photos of my cat, like in a little foresty scene, and there were these very, very entertaining squirrels, which didn't seem very shy. They didn't, they didn't pay any attention to us. And I had my cat sort of perched on a log, and this squirrel just came up and sniffed my amigurumi. It was so cute. So I'll put those photos, I'll pop them in. It was just magical. This whole pattern has given me so much joy. I mean, from making it to taking these photos today with these little squirrels all around us. I absolutely loved it. So you guys, there you have it. My festive pattern of the season. #Crowember Crowvember, my first entry for this week. Now, the second thing I make was actually an order. Someone asked me after my market I did last week. I had actually, you guys will remember, these little toy soldier or nutcrackers. I made these last year I did like a Wheel of Fortune, where a bunch of you gave me suggestions for patterns based on like a bunch of colors I got in a crochet kit. And we did the Wheel of Fortune. It landed on a tin soldier. And this was one of the patterns that I made. Whips up super quick. And I took that one from last year to the market. It sold almost instantly. Like, people were asking me left, right, and center, where could they find more of this? Can I make it for them? And I don't take custom orders at all. But two of the ladies that I did speak to, one was a former teacher of Jessica. She and I get along really well. So I did agree to make 4 smaller versions. So this is a smaller version. I will show you just compared. So this one is actually the full size of the pattern. She asked me if I could make 4 smaller versions for her. So I just did less rows. And then one lady from the crochet group that I belong to, she asked if I could make 2 of the regular size. So as I said, I really do custom orders. I don't like it at all, but these ones were small, so I knew I could whip them up quickly. So the smaller version, bigger version. I will link to this pattern as well, because it actually comes with a nutcracker, a soldier, and the mouse king. So 3 sort of these types of shape ornaments in the pattern. I really enjoy this one. This was I wish actually I had more of them at the market, because people loved it. It was probably one of the first things that sold, and a lot of people came to ask me if I had any more of them. So if I do a Christmas market again in the future, maybe even just these smaller ones, they whip up very quick. I mean, you don't do, apart from the color changes, there's nothing to it. So I really like these ones. So this is my entry number 2 for #Crowvember. All right. The next thing I want to show you is I do a bit of sewing on the side. And I've mentioned it once or twice before. Actually, crochet is taking over my entire life. So I don't always get to all the crafts that I enjoy. But a while back, I bought Perspex, or I don't know what you call this plastic. I will show you now. I bought templates from a website. Now the lady, she's got a fantastic bag making channel on YouTube, and it's called Okla Roots. Now I've done many of her patterns in the past. She's got wonderful tutorials, quite a number of the patterns. She will give you the measurements, if it's like this specific. Sorry you guys, I'm now all over the place about this story. But the pattern I'm referring to are these mini boxy bags. Now I have made loads of them in the past with cotton. This is some cork fabric, which is lovely to work with. And these are just some zippers that I got from Amazon, some keychain attachments, also from Amazon, and these little coiled hair bands I got from Temu. Now what's very nice about these ones, and when I made them a while back, when my brother came to visit, with his family, I used these as little gifts for the children. Like for all the kids, I put some money in it, and they could carry these small little bags. They're fully lined on the inside. They take so quick to make. So I gave them each a bag like this. I put some money in it. I didn't put these bands on it previously because I didn't have. But I mean, look at this. You just like put it onto your wrist if you're going out for a walk, or you're taking your dog for a walk. And a lot of people use these to put those little plastic bags in, the poop bags for your dog. It is just such a versatile, small little boxy bag. They're called, I think, mini boxy bags. Now on the Okla Roots YouTube channel. She gives you all the measurements for, like, on the video. It's sort of a free pattern that she has. She has a full tutorial from start to finish, and that's what I used originally. But she has since brought out these acrylic templates for various of her bags that she has tutorials for. So I decided to treat myself and buy the acrylic pattern pack for these boxy bags. Now what is brilliant, you don't need to measure anything. You put this, like this is the outer fabric, so this would be my cork. You put this on a piece of fabric, you use your rotary cutter, cut around it. You use this one, this is the lining piece of which you cut out two. If you want to put a grommet in, for instance, if you want to make a little hole to pull those plastic bags out of, it shows you exactly on the templates where you make on the fabric the hole for the grommet. Then you also get this little piece. Now, I don't know if you can see it. Let me see. You'll see a little arrow, a little triangle shape. And this is how you measure the boxed corners of your bag. So that gives you exactly, it shows you where to put this piece, how to measure that all your corners are boxed exactly the same. This has been such a treat. So it takes no time at all to cut out from these templates. As I say, you don't need the templates. I made many bags just using her video tutorial, cutting them out according to whatever measurements. These are great. They fit like a credit card, and they fit cash. You can put like a lip ice or a chapstick, whatever you call it, inside. It is just such cute little bags, and I've whipped up a few now already. So I wanted to show you, in between all of my crocheting, I did these cute little bags, and I actually want to make a few more. They are such cute gifts for anyone, actually, and especially if you add these little coiled it's not bracelets, it's like hair ties. You know, pop them onto your wrist, and away you go. Isn't it adorable? I absolutely love it. And look at my cute little zipper pull. Something else I got from Temu. I've really been enjoying like the small embellishment type of things from Temu. They've got brilliant things on their site for like very reasonable prices. The last thing, friends, I know this video is dragging on. Thank you for hanging in there with me, but I want to show you one last thing. In the past, I've done some reviews here and there from different companies sending me like yarny stuff or cross stitch stuff or whatever for free. So One Day Saving, they also sent a few emails to me eventually. I said, okay, I will take one thing from your site and I will show it on the channel. So I will link to their website down below, and I'll link to the product that they sent me, because I've got like a ton of crochet hooks. I tried different yarns already in the past from other places, but this time I thought, okay, I'm gonna pick something that I can actually give my mom as a gift, because she does a lot of knitting toys for certain outreaches or to donate, and she's recently started doing more crocheted toys as well. But she doesn't have a lot of crochet hooks, and I told her, well, I've got obviously numerous sets of crochet hooks with me. When we visit South Africa next year, I'll bring some of my extra crochet hooks to her. But I thought this from One Day Saving is actually going to be brilliant. I can pick like a beginner set, and this is what I did. So I chose this. All it says on that thing is it says travel. So I got this travel sized all-in-one. It's like almost a beginner or a starter crochet set. So it comes in this very cute bag, a very cute size. It's not big at all. It's like almost a waterproof type of fabric. And then you open it up and it is filled. I mean, look at this. They've got like a little pouch, like on the top flap. They've got like little pouches. They've got, so it comes with this. There's another little flap that you can put things in. And then I will show you on the inside what is included in this pouch, which is actually for a beginner not bad. There's like a ton of things. So for someone who's sort of starting out with crochet or wants to expand their collection of crochet notions and crochet hooks, this is a wonderful set. Not expensive at all. Like I said, I will link to One Day Saving and this item down below. So the first thing is a little measuring tape. You know, those retractable measuring tapes we all have a ton of. Then it's got, I think this is for knitting cables. So I don't know where we use it in crochet, but it is included in here. We've got this, which I think is more of a knitting tool. I don't know. I don't think it's a crochet measuring tool. But anyway, you can use the ruler part, obviously, if you just want to measure something small and you don't want to use the measuring tape. And then it's got those gaps where you measure your, or check the size of your needles. They've got these stitch markers, which, as you all would know, are my favorite. I love these plastic stitch markers. They've got these things as well. Are these for, these are also for cables, isn't it? I don't know what the other ones were for then. Anyway, it's included in this bag. Then we've got some big pins. Now these ones I think would work really well for pinning if you're working on a big amigurumi, to pin pieces together, especially if you work with like blanket yarn. And then they've got some plastic what do you call them, embroidery needles. Not that I use these. Actually, I have used the plastic ones when I do, when I work with the bulky, super bulky, like the chenille yarns. Then I've got this little baggie filled with the very, very, very tiny crochet hooks. Now, I don't ever use these. I don't think my mom will use them either, but they are in this bag, so who knows what you could use them for. Then I think this was actually the thing that I like. I like that you get these crochet hooks with a rubber ergonomic handle. Now I always use these cheapies. I don't own any brand name crochet hook at all, you guys. I don't have any of it. I use these cheap ones that I still brought with me from South Africa. So I don't own a single brand name, unless you call Crochet Society branded a brand name, but because I've got tons of them. But I use these cheap and cheerful ergonomic hooks. So there, my mom will have every size that she could possibly ever need to make toys with. And then a very cute little pom-pom maker. And I like these small ones. We got a small one in the Crochet Society box last year, and I actually use it more than I use my Clover pom-pom maker. Then also in here is just a bunch of random, like there's 5 acrylic yarns in here. Nice and soft, nothing fancy. I can't tell you what it is because obviously it's all in a different language. But it's just, I think your very standard, it looks like a DK weight acrylic. So I think this will be nice to make something with. It feels really soft. I mean, I have worked with acrylics that feels like, what do you call those rough paper that you sandpaper? Is it sanding paper? Sandpaper? I mean, I worked with acrylics that felt like I was crocheting with sandpaper. but this is actually surprisingly soft. So I think for a beginner set, someone who doesn't have everything yet, something like this is fantastic, and especially for the price and everything you get in it. It's wonderful. I think my mom will really enjoy it. Sorry for all the crinkling, I'm just putting everything back. But there you have it, a very cute, and I like these small little bags that you can get from like places like One Day Saving. Like these things. They're easy to carry, everything fits in it. Absolutely lovely. So I will put the link because I did get it from them for free. I think it's wonderful. I would definitely actually recommend it for anyone if you want to give it a gift, especially, you know, a lot of children are starting to crochet, and that's a very affordable, very nice set to give to someone who's just starting out with crochet and they don't have everything yet. As you know, we accumulate at quite a pace as the years go on. I will never run out of crochet hooks or stitch markers or yarn for that matter. It will last me the rest of my life. Even if I never buy anything, I will still be able to crochet happily for many, many years to come. All right, you guys, that was it. A very long and a very random, like fun week of makes. The highlight of today, this guy. You guys, go over to Hobbii now and download this pattern. It is brilliant. I love it so much, you guys. It's my favorite. Hashtag Crowvember. Pamela, I hope you like my entry for this week. All right, friends, that is it for this week. I've loved chatting to you this week. I love chatting to you every week. I hope you've had a good weekend. I hope you're ready for the week ahead. Oh, a quick reminder. Hooking up with books that I'm doing with my bestie Caroline over at For the Love of Crochet. Please, the reveal video is on the 15th of November for the book that we did, The Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel by Society. Please have your photos in to me at the latest on Monday evening. So today is Sunday the 12th of November. Please have your photos to me if you want to submit anything by tomorrow, Monday the 13th, so that I have time to edit it into my video. But you guys, that's it. I will then see you Wednesday for our reveal video. And until then, friends, as always, stay safe and stay crafty.